So we're slowly making some progress here on the S10. We got our carbon fiber wheel tubs in this week. Working on getting those fit up and scribed to the fenders. When they first show up, it's just a big half round tub. So then I have to take all the measurements and scribe everything to the fender. So I've got this side pretty much all ready to be fitted in, and then still haven't touched that side yet, but making some progress, you know, getting this body panels finished up and stuff. Got the engine set back in last night, so we're slowly but surely getting there. Still feels like a long ways to go for being 3 weeks from racing, but we'll hopefully get it there.
Alright, we got Tom Doberstein's truck. It's an 01 VP truck. It's got a 48 in it. As you saw in one of the previous videos, we installed an Anteater Pro in it with tap shifting. Has 7x10 injectors, a Scheid hot rod VP, has a 363 480 compound setup, also has a Edge comp box on it. We ran it through all the different tunes. No box, it made 475 horsepower. Then we just went through each setting 1x5 to 5x5. 1x5 made 484 horsepower. 2x5 was 538. The 3x5 was 568. 4x5 was 618, and 5x5 was 616. The 4x5 had a little bit higher peak horsepower, but the 5x5 power curve was a little bit better than the 4x5. So now he knows what each setting does on his Edge comp box, and pretty stout little VP truck. So we will get him on the road.
Hey guys, Cody. We are finishing up a roll cage install. This is for a good customer of ours. We are doing a weld-in roll bar, swing out door bars, and we're doing seats. The seats are actually not in it right now, but we get a lot of questions on how our swing outs work. This is basically just a general gist of how they work. It just makes it easier getting out of the truck, and it's something that's nice for a guy that, you know, wants to drive it on Sunday and then go to the track on Monday.
So the last couple days we've been working on Lexan and on carbon fiber on the bed cover here. We got the tubs put in last week, and so far we haven't been able to put anything together for final assembly. The cab's going to have to come back off to put the harness back in later this week. But working on getting the new bed covers fit, just doing flat carbon fiber sheeting pretty much, with the bed getting shorter. Moved the support bars here, and so we had to move the seam and everything. It's pretty much having to redo both panels. Just a matter of templating a lot of stuff and fitting and cutting and drilling, and nothing super complicated. But yeah, we got a new back window put in. Still need to finish doing some drilling there, and I have a new windshield made for it as well, but that won't be able to, you know, go in final install till later next week.
All right, we have Doug Jarrett's truck here. Customer that brought his truck in for us to diagnose a coolant mixing in the oil. We did some looking around trying to figure out if he had a cracked block. What we found is pulled the tappet cover off to see that he had installed what appeared to be either used freeze plugs or didn't install new freeze plugs correctly, and they weren't able to hold up. So he just reassembled, got a fresh machine block, reassembled it, and it didn't take long before it blew a freeze plug and has coolant mixing in the oil.
It's
Okay.
not marked
That says
S10
S10 also.
That makes more sense.
For the Mega.
Trying to make me cut myself?
So Kyle, looking at this, I see it says no DPF. Why would we do that?
Because that's a high zinc oil in it, and the zinc will impact the DPF. Any type of emission system like that, you don't want to run any high zinc through it.
Cool. So it would damage the DPF?
Yep. It'll start to clog it prematurely.
Good information to know.
You were telling me a little
Lubed
bit
up.
something about you guys were doing some testing with some small engine stuff. Like what? Like a no oil test or something like that?
Yeah, it's basically with the FR3.
Yeah.
So, in short, the way I like to put it is, you obviously have a thicker oil protects the motor. A thinner oil allows you more efficiency, more power.
Right.
So, with our FR3, the carbon nanotechnology in there, it's going to bond to the metal and everything, protect the motor. What we're finding is there's enough protection in there with the FR3 that we can lower the motor oil weight, the viscosity down, so you can make more power out of it while still protecting the motor on a thin oil. So we've got a 0W8
Oh wow.
right now we're testing, and we just got some 0W0 in.
So super thin oil.
Like the 00 is like water.
Okay.
But if you can get the oil down that low, to that low of a weight, you can really make some.
Does the thin viscosity work as well as far as sealing rings up and stuff?
Yeah, because
I guess this is an ignorant guy asking questions.
no, and it's probably a Kevin answer, but yeah, we can. After your rings have set, sealed, and they're good, we're going to improve the stability of the oil, so you're not going to get the blow by on it.
Yeah.
And that's what the no oil test was from, really, was putting FR3 in the motor, running it for 20 minutes, draining it, and running a motor without.
So when
any
you say
oil in
putting
the front.
FR3, like you just put the recommended dosage of FR3 in the oil.
Yep.
You ran it for 20 minutes, then you drained all the oil out.
And then you can run the motor with no oil at all.
And you ran it for how long? Like,
Well, the first test they did, I think the one with nothing in it seized in like 17 minutes or something like that.
okay.
The one that had FR3 in it went for a day or two and stopped. We just stopped going. And the other
So
company
you did
that's got-
side by side. You did one motor with just regular oil, and it seized pretty quick. And then you did another one with FR3, and it went for a day or two.
So what do you know? Motors need some oil,
That's nuts.
but
So when
So
my
one of
motor
our
locks up, I
chemicals-
can just dump some FR3 in, and it should be good again.
it's a little too late at that point.